या देवी सर्वभूतेषु विष्णुमायेति संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः. To the goddess who dwells in all creatures in the name of Maya of Vishnu, I bow to you again and again and again. Good morning and welcome in to the Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies awesome Devi Tele Summit. If we were to kind of put 3 sets of days and nights each for the Divine Trinity of Ma, this is actually something we did, Mystic Lotus did on 1 or 2 of the then called Money Tele Summits. Then by that, we have had 3 days of Ma Durga, are now on the 3rd day of Ma Saraswati, and tomorrow onwards enter the 3rd set of 3 with Ma Lakshmi. You must be wondering, why am I suddenly bringing this up? Well, apart from sharing a memory with you, I also realized that how amazing is it that on today's call, we have an expert who is actually going to be talking about the Divine Mother in the form of Ma Saraswati, Ma Kali, and Ma Lakshmi, and the connection between these divine energies and our money stories. Let me tell you a little something about him. A computer engineer by profession, his life took a U-turn when an enlightened master told him he would shut down his business as he is meant for a higher purpose to enter spirituality and help transform people's lives. He joined his mother, Kavita ji, who you've also seen on our tele summits at Sattva Kirani, and proceeded to doing precisely that for the last many years, including having impacted at least 5,000 lives since the lockdown. He is a Buddha healer, a Lakshmi attuner, Hairy Path ancestral healer, black magic remover, park flower expert, breakthrough coach, and most of all, a spiritual seeker. Most of the work that he does has come to him through downloads and channelings of the divine. There is an action-packed call ahead of you with him, not only asking you about some core truths, but also letting you know what's behind it and what to do about it. And we have a 6-hour money activation happening as well. Yay! So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for and join me in giving a warm Mystic Lotus welcome to the man of the hour, bringing to us Samruddhi, the science of abundance, Veejay Israani. Hi, Veejay. Welcome in.
Hi, Neil. Thank you so much for those kind words, and welcome everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whichever zones you are, and welcome everybody.
It is good to have you back on the new version of the Money Tele Summit, which is the Devi Tele Summit. Veejay, you're here with Samruddhi, the science of abundance. And I know you have something amazing planned out for all of us. So for once, I'm not going to ask you a question. I'm going to ask you to take us through whatever you have set up for us.
So this call basically is not about you getting into my programs and enrolling for it and going forward for it. This program, because I needed to do something different, and Navratri and Lakshmi is more about giving. So I thought this would be a give. And what I have lined up is the 3 steps to abundance, which we will go through. And this is not about mere healing. This is about starting from a scratch. There are so many people I come across when I do consultations, I meet people. There are so many people who are doing a lot of things, doing their bit in every aspect of it. But then they are not able to come out of their core areas. They are basically stuck up. So this program is going to take you all actually into the basics. So it's a kind of a risk as an entrepreneur, which I have taken, that probably I will not have much as far as the programs are concerned. But yes, I will definitely, if not the programs, I want to take away a lot of satkarma from you in this Navratri. That is what I look forward to. Yeah.
That is beautiful, Veejay. Thank you so much for that. And I just wanted to come in quickly and say that that is such that's such a beautiful, beautiful, in service mode that you've come in with during this amazing period, especially. So thank you from all of us, and please continue.
Yeah. So can we start with the poll? Let's start with the poll. As I told you, we'll get to the basics and we'll move forward according from there actually. So
Right.
can we have the poll?
Yes, absolutely. And people, we're going to be starting a poll right now. It'll show up on your phone, your computer screen. Just select your options. Veejay, what is it that we're asking everyone?
So basically, when money is not coming your way, when there are monetary challenges, right? And everybody goes through that. What is your question you put up to God or to the universe? And then you have choices which will be put up now in the poll. So you choose what it is. Either it is the first one, A, B, C, D. The last one is E, which is none of the above. And if it is none of the above, you can use a Telegram group to kind of share as to what exactly, if it is not any of the four options, and what exactly it is that.
Oh my God. Sorry, Veejay. Things have not happened to me for such a long. It just first went straight to 100%. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I think you can see the percentages moving.
And I request all those who are sharing none of the above, that is the E option, then you all can use a Telegram group as to what exactly then you'll connect to the divine, or what exactly you'll pray, or what exactly is a question to the universe, if it is not. But as far as what I see is that people are generally in the first zone, Neelu, and it's so good to see this graph.
It's fluctuating, but randomly I'm seeing either all of them are at par, Vijay, like 33, 19, 35, 27, 9. Then it's fluctuating because we've given people options for multiple choices.
Yes.
People, we've given you a minute already. Vijay, 10 seconds more should we give everyone?
Yeah.
All right. So your countdown has begun, people. 10 seconds from now, we're going to end the poll. And at this moment itself, okay, we are at 10 seconds. Let me give you a last 5 countdown. That is a 5 and a 4 and a 3 and a 2 and a 1. And we end the poll. Vijay, we're at God, please help me, give me more money, 31%. God, things have not happened to me since such a long time. Till when will I keep suffering? At 17%. God, I have full faith in you. One day you will give me. I will keep praying and waiting is at 40%. God, till when will you test me and my patience? It's enough now. Please solve my issues is at 31%. And none of the above is at 14%.
Great. So any sharings on the Telegram group on?
I'm just checking on that. Okay. Radha says none of the above. I do realize it's part of the cycle. Kulvinder says, God, please show me my purpose of life. So, okay, so we didn't have a purpose option. So that's why Kulvinder's written in. Rumi says none of the above. Money will come to me eventually by universe is my reply. Jayashri says money is very less of now. And Aarti says, I pray with the feeling of God, please help. I keep all my faith in you. So kind of one or two answers, I feel, Vijay, are kind of versions of the options given, but
yes,
because there are words that only you use. So maybe one sentence here didn't resonate, but they've written that down here. And Rajesh, in fact, has written, I am doing my best for my community, friends and relatives, but I'm not being paid. This is what's coming.
Okay. So let's get in directly to the subject.
Yes.
Now, almost 90%, Neelu, or 85, 90% of the people have chosen the first 4 options.
Yes, absolutely. I'll tell you again, it's 31, 17, 40, and 31 again. So,
okay.
So 40 is the one where I have full faith in you. One day you will give me. I will keep praying and waiting. That's at 40%.
Yeah. So let me take you into a story which will give you much more insights into.
Vijay, so sorry, very quickly. Little louder, please.
Okay.
Little louder. Thank you.
So let me take you into a story here. There was an enlightened master who used to have regular gatherings like people have, right? And he was addressing a gathering and he was speaking about money. The topic of the day was money. And he was speaking about money. And there were a lot of his followers who had immense faith in him and they were listening to him. Suddenly there was some emergency which happened. There was a person from outstation, a VIP, kind of a VIP person came to meet him with a very short time span. So he had to kind of pause his uh, uh, deliverance, and then he told one of his disciples that you continue from here on, wherein I go and attend to this person, and I'll come back in a while. And as he was going there, he was there kind of watching, and he was with the other person also. So this disciple of his prime disciple, started continuing, and he said, money will come to you. There is no way that money will not come to you. You have to do whatever you're doing. You have to do much more. In fact, that is what we speak about in our prayers, in our own world, isn't it? Money, there is no way that money will not come to you. If the divine is not opening the door, you have to sit down at the door. You have to break your head on the door. You have to cry. You have to do everything. You have to do jap. You have to do tapas. You have to do more prayers. You have to please the God. One day that door will open. And as this enlightened master who was hearing, he just came. He just left his meeting and he came. And he just seeing his senior disciple. He said, this is not what I have taught you in all these years. Don't mislead the people. The people are already misled. It is not the divine door which has to be open. That door is open 24/7 by 365. What needs to be opened is you. So concentrate, for people here, everybody. He said, all my followers, concentrate not on the divine. The divine door is always open. The divine has compassion for everybody. The divine resides in everybody. But what needs to be opened is you. And it is there that all those people who were there, they said, all this while, all these years, we were thinking that we need to please the divine during different festivals, during different days. And that is the same question which I ask you. How much time would we just go on pleasing the divine? The divine is already pleased. We have done so many jap, tap, sadhana, homas, mantras, so many things. Do you think the divine would not be pleased so far in all these years? If no, then we are sadly mistaken. The question you need to, when we get into the first four questions, we say that God do this, God do this, God do this. God, let me tell you, God will not do, God does not do all this. God is not meant to do all this. When Krishna took an avatar, when Vishnu took an avatar as Krishna, did Krishna kill Karan? Did Krishna kill Dronacharya? Did Krishna kill all those Kauravas? No. And that is the biggest lesson from the Gita and from the Mahabharata. God is there to guide you. The divine is there to guide you. Whatever needs to be done, it has to be done by you. This is karma bhumi. And if you're waiting for that glory day to come, for that dream day to come, wherein God comes and he says, oh, a lot of jap, tap, sadhana you've done all these years, and now I bestow on you all the abundance and prosperity, then you're very sadly mistaken. Life is really running out. And I'm being very open, because somewhere to actually have a look in the mirror, we have to go through the fire path. We have to really get down to maybe hurt ourselves a little bit, but then growth would happen only from there, right? So the actual prayer should be, what should I do to get out of this situation or the scarcity I am? And that is actual prayer, because that prayer signifies responsibility. When the first four prayers are there, God, you do this, God will do it one day, God, faith. Everybody has faith on God. Even the beggar who is begging on the street, he has faith on God, that God is going to fill my stomach today. Right? Even an animal, any animal for that matter, the nature takes care of everybody, and nature is taking care of you as well, for us as well. The only thing is that we are not taking the responsibility. And that is a first step towards abundance. More than 90% people fail because they don't take responsibility. They are just so very over dependent on the concept and the perception of God. And that is where you see, and I'm telling you all, the best place to meditate, the best place to get ideas. Anybody, any guesses? Which is the best place to get ideas? Where would you go and meditate where you get the best of ideas. At your house, at the temple, where exactly? Or a particular place?
I think for me it would just be in solitude.
Yeah, but where?
Wherever it is, wherever the space may be, because the space is only your physical surrounding.
Yeah.
For me,
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
then I'm asking about the physical surroundings
okay, you're
itself.
asking, okay, in
Yeah.
that case, for me, honestly, do you want an upfront answer? Because it'll have nothing to do with
Yes.
the call. All right. Most of my great ideas come in the bathroom.
Yes. For many, yes. Absolutely.
I mean, so I'm just saying.
But there is a still higher truth than that.
Right. Okay. You know what? I think the second thing that I would definitely like to say, personally speaking, again, is I think a lot of times without realizing it, either when I'm just going to sleep or when I'm just waking up.
Yeah. So
For
that
me
alpha state
personally.
kind of.
Yeah, for me personally, but I'm just gonna look into the group as well. Okay, Preeti says within yourself. Preeti and Vikram say within yourself. Radha says my own heart. Lotus says nature outside. Bhavna says northeast of your house, which would also be kind of where you keep your altar, right? And yes, of course, that is another place, but yeah, okay. Disha says under the tree. Rajesh says nature. Uh, Preeti says, I go inside myself, to be honest. N writes bedtime. Samina says, under a healthy tree. Asma says, yes, bathroom. She's agreeing with me. Purnima says, my house. Radha says, sleeping. N says, before sleeping. Disha says, before sleeping. Preeti says, subconscious mind, unconscious mind. And Rajesh says, Brahma Muhurat time is the best. And again, Purnima, Ranju are saying, going to when I go to sleep, when I go to bed. Jeshi says, in a peaceful place. Vandana says, while driving.
Okay, great. So I don't deny all the answers are correct because every thing is individualistic, right? So everybody has their own experiences. But in my understanding of things, the best of ideas, if it might sound really weird, but the best of ideas would come in a graveyard.
Sorry, where?
In a graveyard.
In a graveyard. Oh,
in a graveyard.
Really? That is
Yes.
interesting.
Of course, nobody has kind of those kind of this thing that you go and meditate in a graveyard, but I'll tell you why.
Yes.
There are everybody who has so many ideas, right? In this room also, we have 106 people and everybody has all those super duper ideas, right? But majority of these ideas, these strategies, these plannings, they don't see the light of the day. And we pass away with all these ideas, these brilliant ideas, which possibly could have changed our lives and not just our lives, with us, so many lives. And we all pass away with that. So everybody dies with all these kind of ideas. And that is why there was one, I don't remember the name of the master, he said, the graveyard is the place where you find the best of ideas, because everybody dies with those ideas. They were not able to live with those ideas because of multiple reasons. And that is why graveyard is the place where you will find so many ideas. Now, we are not talking about or going into that zone, but what I'm trying to get you into, do you also want to pass away or go away from this planet with all those ideas into yourself? Or really you need to bring those ideas to light? You want those ideas to manifest, because everybody has brilliant strategies and ideas, but then just because we don't get a platform, we don't get an audience, we don't get probably things wherein things fall in place or opportunities that we are able to do it, isn't it? So that is where taking responsibility is the prime thing, which I mentioned is the first step towards abundance. When you take responsibility, it is then that you have that power to change whatever is not working. When you say, God, you do this, God, you do this, God, you do this, then you are in that zone that you are just, okay, God, whatever you want, whenever you want, you do it. But really speaking, the conscious mind is saying, God, you do it. But is the subconscious or the unconscious surrendered to God? Sadly, the answer is no. We are not surrendered. And if we would have been surrendered, we would have been happy without even a single penny in the bank, right? But we are not surrendered. The conscious mind is saying, God, do it, God. So it's kind of the mind only trying to get into that particular zone. It is not coming from the inner subconscious. And that is where, if you see, Arjuna so very beautifully in the Gita. When Arjuna was ready, the divine gave him the Updesha of the Gitas. And it is then that he told that this is what you should do, this is what you should do, this is what you should do. The divine guided him. And from so many years in advance that to kill Karan, we would require Brahmastra. Arjun, go in the pursuit of Brahmastra. Because Arjuna asked, what should I do that if war happens for me to win, for the Pandavas to win the war? So the right question is always, what should I do to come out of this scarcity? And it is here that so many kind of fumble at the first step itself, because they are just, God do this, God do this, God is ready to do it. But are you listening? That is the question. And just thinking that God is going to do miracles, we are living in that kind of a zone where we are thinking that God is going to do miracles. Ganpati came, now Navaratri will come, now Diwali will come. So these are the days we have our best bet or the best foot forward where God is going to do. But sadly, that particular thing never happens. So we need to get out of those misconceptions and false perceptions. So the first step starts with taking responsibility. Yes, ma'am.
Nice. Yeah, Vijay, very quickly, I know you've been saying a little bit of it, and in fact, before I ask you the question, the Preeti is written in that it's like that book that tells you to act on your ideas and motivate yourself by writing your own obituary and becoming the person you would want spoken about at your funeral. There is a book on that. I did not know. This is very interesting. And of course, Vijay, what I wanted to ask you is, you've given us some examples as well. And there's this dependency on God, which is what you've said, that he will do it. Is that the only reason that people don't take responsibility? Is it the only one that matters, or
No,
are there
not,
others?
yeah, not really. And when I speak about dependency, everybody is dependent on God because it is his universe and he's created it. And so, but then it is about over dependency and blind dependency. It is not about understanding. See, at a lower consciousness, God is a concept. God is a perception. Oh, God is this, God is that, because we have been taken through all of this since childhood. But as the vibrations rise, as you get on in the higher consciousness, God is an experience, right? You need to experience that God within you. So there are four other reasons why people don't take responsibility. One being misconceptions about God, which we have already discussed. The second is denial. There are so many people who live in utter denial. And for all those people who are healers here or starting their healing journey, or even if you see in your surroundings, in your family, if you see that there is something wrong and you go and tell your family member that this is, the very first thing he will do is deny. He'll say, no, I have not done this. It's not my mistake. And I come across, there was a couple of days back, I had a consult and he was in a very bad condition, that person. And I told him, you have a lot of ancestral issues. And he immediately said, no, there are no ancestral issues. I don't have any Pitru dosha in my horoscope. I don't have anything. We do the Shrad properly. We have done this, we have done that. But I told him there are ancestral issues. Please look into it. And that is what is a very clear-cut signal, which I'm getting right now. So he was in complete denial. And as a result of it, things couldn't proceed forward. Probably he had a chance to have that resolved. I could have helped him, but then I had to stop there because he's in complete denial. I cannot proceed further. So the very first thing is denial, wherein people just deny that I have not done anything wrong in my past. I am just suffering because it's my bad luck or the universe has not given me the opportunity and things like that. So the very first thing is to accept that whatever is happening in my life, I am responsible. Now that is the second thing afterward. And the third thing is there are people who are in escapism. So these are the people who are like vagabonds. They will move here. They will try everything. Master of all and jack of none. So they will try this healing methodology, that healing methodology, that Z healing methodology, Y healing methodology. They will try everything and they will escape. Oh, this healing methodology did not work for him. Is your healing much more powerful? Everything is divine. Everything is divine. You go to any healer, if you have that in mind, and if that healer is doing good healing, there are so many healers who are doing a lot of good healings. Definitely, you will prosper or benefit from there. And then when the time comes to get to the next healer, the universe would guide you, but then at least get things from there and do not escape. So that is a third thing. And there are people, there is a term, Ilu, which is called spiritual rigidity. Many people,
Spiritual
rigidity.
rigidity.
Rigidity. There are many people who do not grow because of spiritual rigidity. They have those same theories in mind that
Right.
I have to get up in the morning at 4 o'clock. I have to do this much sadhana, 2 hours sadhana, 2 hours this, 1 hour this, 2 hour this. And that's what I am going to do this. And it is only from this that things are going to help me. And then I'm going to do only this, only this. It's okay. You can continue doing whatever regular you're doing. But then if there is something new which comes, the old has to go, isn't it? So the spiritual rigidity is one more reason where people, they are not, you need to be really open, because Lakshmi exhibits the water element, and water has to flow. Where there is rigidity, Lakshmi cannot come. And of course, the last thing is ignorance. There are few people in this zone who are actually really very open and they really want to get out of their woes, but then they are not getting a proper path. So these are the people who are kind of ignorant people who are actually looking for things to happen, but then they don't want to escape, they don't deny, they are in full acceptance, but then things are not happening because they are ignorant. Now, which, if at all you feel that you are not responsible, so which of these categories do you fit in? And that is where you need to start your work to become more responsible. Either it is denial, or it is ignorance, or it is your rigidity, or it is your escapism, or it is your over dependence or misconceptions about God, that God is going to do it. Please understand that you only have to do it. So I'll just share one real life thing which happened in a session recently. There was a person who had come to me and used to do a lot of sadhana, upasana of goddess Lakshmi every day, lot of sadhana, but things were not moving in his work. And when he came, we got him into a session wherein he got to know, and of course he had, when he got into asking the right questions, what is it that I need to heal, or kind of what is it that I need to know to come out of this situation, to help me come out of this situation. And it is then that he was kind of guided, that that thought came to him, that insight came to him, that many years back he had actually cheated a business person. And because he had cheated that business person, that particular person was carrying that hurt or a grudge and a kind of a curse, not exactly a curse, but then that thing was so very bad for that entrepreneur, for that business associate, that he lost a lot of things in that. And it took him a lot of time to come back to that state of it. So when he got into that session, he came to know, he saw that that particular incident has happened through him. And he was responsible for the hurt, for the grudge, for all the losses that had happened to that person. And that was one of the most primary cause for his not being able to get to the prosperity or get that much prosperous as he wanted. And after he finished his sessions, we took him into the processes, he finished his sessions, and things started happening for him. And at that time, I channeled Goddess Lakshmi, and I asked her after the session as to, if this was the case, why you did not reveal this to him. He's doing so much upasana and so much sadhana. Why did you take so long for this thing to reveal to him? And the goddess said, smiling, the goddess told me, he was not ready. He was into that zone that I am going to do it, I am going to do it, I am going to do it. But when he came to you, he took responsibility that he has to do it. And when he took the responsibility that he has to do it, I showed him what he had done. And once you heal, he started healing. He will now start healing these things, and then things will come back to normal. So that is what it is. When you get into asking the right question, this is a magnetic universe. When you get into asking the right questions, you get the right answers. You just having, and these are parrot prayers. In our sessions, we call it parrot prayers. You just keep on saying, God, give me this, God, give me this, God, give me this. And it really hardly happens, isn't it? Just keep hands on your heart and you get to know it hardly happens, isn't it? So asking the right questions is important. and being open to receive those answers and working on that is important. Probably at this stage, if you close your eyes and ask as to what is it that I should do, maybe an insight comes into you that there are some relationship issues, there are some ancestral issues, there is some N issue or a Y issue or whatever it is, or you need to go to this healer who can help you out in this case. It can be anybody, or you need to connect with this person who can aid you out of this. The answers would come. But
Right.
what is happening is that we want those readings, but we are not actually open for answers.
Right. We only want, Vijay, I have this question. Mine, I'm only going to focus on the answer that I want to listen to.
Exactly.
I am not going to listen to the 10 other things being said that will
Yes.
make sense to me. I only want that. I only want that. And
Yes.
I think that's the loop that we get stuck in, right, Vijay?
Exactly. And you see, we have those preconceived notions in our head that money has to come this way. We have made all those plans in our head, isn't it? Money has to come this way. This has to come. I need to have a house here. I need to have this kind of a life further on. I need my children to be so and so, so and so, so and so. All those things have been planned in our mind. But life is actually totally different from whatever we have planned, isn't it? Life is what we have brought in the life contract when we had come before coming to this place, whatever we had gone through. But now with the conscious mind, in that dreamy world, we are making up things. And what is happening is that those things are being broken. If 15 days, 20 days, things are not happening to the extent what we want to happen, we have failed expectations. And these failed expectations create those negative energies into our mind, and things don't happen. As simple as that. And then we go on the whole Brahmanda seeking for answers. What is there? Why things are not happening? But then actually it is that thing.
So, Vijay, because you said you're going to be taking us through 3 steps of abundance. The first one, obviously, being taking responsibility. And I know that work around this is a huge part of the work that you do. But for right now, because across the board, across all of us who are here, who will be listening into the replay, we're all going through whatever we're going through. We're all at like various stages of either beginning something or beginning to understand something, or reaching a point where of being accepting and receiving. And we're all in different stages, but at the end of the day, we're all still work in progress only. So to start off with taking responsibility, is there anything that you have in your kitty somewhere that is going to help us start taking that step?
Yeah, definitely. So what we will be doing, there will be 3 healings today. I'll be giving 3 healings today. So the first healing would be for taking responsibility. And during this healing, as I take you through this healing, you might have insights, and you need to ask the questions, the right question. And I'll put forth those questions, and you can kind of repeat that in your mind in your own way. And when you put those questions, quite a few of you would get answers. Of course, everybody would get answers, but those of you who can kind of interpret those answers, you will get those answers as to you should do this healing, you should do that healing, or this is something which you need to work on. This is something which you need to do to get out of this stage, or this person is responsible for you not probably, and you'll get an image of that person. So maybe you need to set right relationship with that person, or there is something with that person. So there are n number of possibilities which can happen, which I also don't know at this stage. But you will get an answer, that is for sure. If you seek with your whole heart, you will get your answer. Everybody here has done so much sadhana, so much, isn't it? Every day, Navratri days and all these things, we have been doing so much. Now is the time to get the answers, right? So, and of course, for this you will need a higher denomination note. Yes. So in India, it can be $500. Outside, it can, 500 rupees. Outside, it can be.
Yes, $500 only. Vijay, aapke muh mein ghee shakkar.
So it can be outside India, you can have the higher denomination dollars with you, or whichever currency you have. And you need to have the paper currency. You need to have the notes with you. So one note is enough. And through this note is just a symbolic of getting connected to Goddess Lakshmi. And this is a guided meditation wherein I'll guide you, and you will get answers. Many of you will get answers as to what needs to be done. right? So that would be the first healing which we will get into right now.
Right. So are we heading into that right now?
Yes, we can. Everybody, if
Okay.
everybody's ready with their
Yes.
notes and with their, and if you all can have your videos on, it would be easy
Right.
for me to kind of connect and give healing to each and everyone.
And also, Vijay, very quickly, just letting everybody know, please do not be doing any work, do not be walking, driving. Please be in a quiet space to receive this. If you are unable to do so right now, please do not worry. This meditation is very much active in the replay as well. Correct, Vijay?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
And because we always ask this, it is okay for pregnant women to receive this?
Yes.
So,
The only thing is that you need to be stationary at one place. Don't
right.
drive along or be in that kind of zone where there's a lot of noise, the mobile's ringing and things like that. Be in a quiet place to listen.
Right.
And of course, don't be alone. Be with the goddess, the symbolic form of the goddess, with that note. Right? So everybody have their notes ready. The currency is ready. Can we see the currencies like this, like Neelu showed? Great. So all this abundance will multiply when we do the right things. Yeah, thank you so much. So if we are all ready, let's close our eyes, everybody. And this is going to be a silent uh, healing. It is going to be a Lakshmi healing. It is going to be a silent healing. It's only you in your own space and the goddess symbolically, nobody else. Right? So everybody just close your eyes. Connect to the divine with it. Hold the note in your hand. And connect to the symbolic form of the goddess. It is Goddess Saraswati who is most active in this zone. You can connect to Goddess Saraswati, or you can even connect to Goddess Lakshmi, to whomsoever you wish to get connected. Ideally, Goddess Saraswati is to impart knowledge, to give you knowledge about what you should do to come out of this situation. So you can connect to either Goddess Lakshmi or Saraswati. So just hold the note in your hand in whichever way you're comfortable. You can keep it on your left hand and close it with your right palm, on your left palm, and put your right palm over it. And ask the goddess, connect to the goddess and ask the goddess, probably till today, and you can, in your own zones, you can repeat it whichever way you feel comfortable. You can have your own words. All these years, possibly, probably I did not know the science of working through abundance. And speak your heart out at this stage. You know, goddess, at this time, you know, Devi, that till this time, I have done so many things to come out of my money woes. Today, I take full responsibility for my situation. Please help me to know as to what should I do to come out of this monetary struggle or monetary situation that I am in today. Give me the state of responsibility. I wish to learn this lesson of taking responsibility through you. Help me to know what is it that I should heal to come out of this situation. And focus your attention only and only on that. Do not waver into anything else. Do not get into any kind of pity vibes on yourself as to this is what has happened in my life and that is what has happened. I've suffered so much. The Devi knows everything. Now is the time wherein you need to take a step towards resolving it. And now is the time, right now. So just ask, what is it that I should do to come out of this? And the second question, and the second statement, make me responsible. Keep your eyes closed. Just relax. Whatever thoughts are coming, let those come. You might get insights into what you should do or anything. Just relax. Do not be desperate as I give healing to each one of you. There would be silence all around as now, as it is now. I won't speak for the next 2 to 3 minutes, wherein I will give you all healing. So keep your eyes closed till the time I tell you. Now you can slowly come out of this state. Very slowly. Open your eyes. Give gratitude to the goddess, symbolically to the currency you're holding. So you can share if anybody has got any insight, any kind of answers to what you were seeking, or something which you don't know so far has been revealed to you.
Absolutely. Just very quickly checking, Vijay, you can hear me, right?
Yes.
Super. Thank you. I was having a bit of a up and down with my volume, but it's all good now. We're going to give everybody a moment or two to write in on the group if they'd like to share any insights that they have received, any message, anything that they felt, anything. Share with us on the group. I know that Vijay and I would love to hear back from you. And just personally, Vijay, first of all, I sat up a little straighter, like I visibly straightened, like physically straightened myself up a little bit more. And the message, so to speak, was about the fact that I tend to be a little lazy sometimes. Again, I tend to procrastinate sometimes. So I think that was the message that came in, that you got to start taking action, all right? Start moving a bit more. And, you're seeking things, keep seeking it and go ahead and do it. So yeah, that's what
Very
happened.
nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
And that is actually bhakti. That is when you start getting answers, right? You feel that it is not just a one-way communication, that you're just praying and there is someone who's there is a stone idol and she's listening, but she's not responding. When you start getting answers, your confidence, your trust on the divine, your faith on the divine increases multifold. Isn't it, Neil?
Absolutely. Okay, sorry, just give me a quick second.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just checking in again. You can still hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay, super. All right, I'm checking in on the group very quickly on what's going on with everybody and if they've written in or not. And yes, people have written in. There's Radha says that I saw a sitar, harmonium, a white wing, and a golden key just before meditation. During meditation, I went into a deep out covered with jewels and monies. My inhales and exhales were deep, and I felt the breath got suspended. I got my answers. She sends a thank you and a gratitude. There is Nidhi says she got the insight to be stress-free. Disha says, I saw both the mothers together looking at each other. Samina fell asleep. Lata saw a cow. Disha also said that I kept worrying no one should barge into, she kept worrying that no one should barge into the room. Rupali says that Ma Durga was visible. It was great. Harleen says, feeling powerful, very energized. Saw the three goddesses showering gold coins on me, lots of vibrations. Hina says, I was absolutely blank. I saw a few symbols and saw a face smiling and then heard, find spiritual reasons for your sinus issue. Bhavna says, didn't get any insights, just my head and neck is feeling strenuous. Also, initially, I chose Ma Lakshmi, but then felt that I'm greedy. So felt guilty and chose both the Ma's. Disha says she's still vibrating. Jashi says, I received the message that I should give our ancestral goddess 101 rupees, a thali, and a silk sari. I mean, the variety of messages coming through is absolutely fascinating, Vijay. Asma says, I saw Krishna at the end smiling. I've always been his devotee. And Love says, I could see Ma Lakshmi and Saraswati standing next to me on each side. And Renu says, I got a message that removes some money aside every time you receive money. too much insecurity was the message. I think this is so beautiful, Vijay. I am feeling so good just, you know, telling you about people's responses. How amazing are you feeling right now?
Wonderful. And that message, 101 rupees and a thali and all to the answers to goddess, or to the answers to God. So how specific it is. So when we ask specific questions, we get specific answers. And for, I think there was someone you said sinus, because when your
Yes.
health is not good, when your mind is not operating to its complete capacity, how would you go and get into the prosperity zone, into that abundance zone? So
Right.
basically, looking into spiritual answers, you can go through Louis Hay's book of mental causes for physical ailments, and look into the spiritual reasons behind the sinus, and look into healing that sinus. Probably it is that health ailment which is coming in your path towards prosperity. So it's really beautiful as to how how you can get, how easily, when you ask the right questions, you get the answers which we have been seeking all along. And when you work on this, it is that you will start embracing more and more prosperity and more abundance towards you. And this shows, when you get the answers, this shows that you, how much responsibility you are taking now on yourself. And whenever in future also, leave aside this session, when you put up these kind of questions, you will get answers. You will definitely get answers, and you work on those answers, and then that is how you would get towards more money, more abundance.
Right. Fantastic. And Vijay, I have to share this with you right now because this just came right now. And even though I know the meditation is done, the healing is done, but here's the thing, because messages do not come with a timeline in place. You need to be open to receiving whatever comes your way. And it could be, even if it is like, 101 rupees or sign or something, could be some other message also. And something just came to me right now that you need to look into this immediately to sort something out. While you were talking, it just came. It is nothing to do with this space here. It is something to do with work and something else. But it came, and I just wanted to share. It just came right now, and I know that I'm going to be looking for possible solutions with that thing in particular as soon as this call gets over. So thank you so much, Vijay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
And this
everybody.
is so cool. And Vijay, we're just getting to know one thing about taking responsibility, which is your first step towards abundance. Tiny glimpse into this little small meditation and healing. And look at the kind of insights we have. And there are still 2 more steps left. Looking forward to that. So Vijay, what is the next step? What next after taking
Yeah. So the
responsibility?
first step is responsibility. The second step is connected to Ma Kali. And this step is about, it is a little bit more difficult step, and that is why the goddess becomes more powerful here. It is about letting go. So letting go is such a huge thing. And letting go is something which is the most difficult thing, one of the most difficult things to do. But then it is as it is, we have to let go. Till the time we don't let go of the false beliefs, new fresh beliefs cannot come in. Till the time we don't let go of these misconceptions or false perceptions about God, the actual meaning of God cannot come into our life. Till the time we do not let go of this poverty consciousness, the prosperity consciousness cannot come in. Till the time we do not let go of scarcity, abundance cannot come. So we need to let go. And let go is such a huge, huge life lesson for so many here. In fact, uh, when we have a challenging relationship with our, what we do is, when we have a challenging situation with our spouse. So you know what majority of the people do? Instead of letting go of the anger, the hate, the resentment, the grudge, we let go of the partner himself. Isn't it? Isn't that happen? There are so many separations which happen. There are so many divorces which happen. And of course, we'll not get into that due to lack of time. If you are breaking up with someone and that relationship is gone, don't think that it is gone and it's over. It's not dead. It is going to come up because the energy is already set in motion, and that is called emotion. It is going to come up. Some other person is going to come and manifest in exactly the same manner in which this person was, and there is no escape. So of course that is a different thing. But then till actually we need to let go of the vikar, That is the anger, the hate, the resentment, the grudge. And what we are doing is that instead of that, we are letting go of that person himself from our life. What is vrat? What are vrats? What we do in vrats? We let go of food for a while. We let go of water for a while, right? To get the
Sorry,
grace.
Vijay, Vrat for our international audience. Vrat is fasting.
Fast.
Yes.
Yes. So fasting has a deep spiritual meaning. Fasting does not mean, or vrats does not mean just, it is teaching you to let go at a physical level. At a physical level, when you're letting go, your system feels empty inside, and in this emptiness that the divine can come in. The same way, you need to let go of all the vikars you're carrying. Till the time we do not let go of these kind of vikars, we cannot move forward. And there are so many who are not able to let go, and that is such an important life lesson. So it is basically Arjuna is there in the uh, in the middle of the war, and Arjuna is saying that I am not going to let go of my arrows, and I want to win the war. Isn't it? Exactly the same thing is happening in our lives. We are not ready to let go of certain things which are not required, and we want something which our conscious mind wants. And that is where things do not happen. We need to learn to let go. Are we? And as Neelu got a beautiful insight as to, you need to come out of this laziness or procrastination. That means to achieve the success which you want, you need to let go of the procrastination or the laziness or whatever, right? That can be different for different people. And uh, that is where the let go thing. And for people who do a lot of trying, a lot of weight loss methodologies, different methodologies. I also come across people who say, I want to do weight loss. I tell them it's a huge science. It is not limited to the physical domain at all. Just 10% or 15% depends on the diet, depends on the physical exercise. More than 80% depends on the spiritual level. And for those who have been trying a lot to reduce their weight and it is not happening, for them, a major life lesson is to let go. They are not able to let go of the weight. That is showing up in each and every aspect of your life. And if you see deeply, it will show up in all the aspects of your life. For people who have digestion issues, many people have digestion issues. They might not know that there are digestion issues, but it is actually. So when there are digestion issues, it very clearly shows that you are not able to let go. So let go is a very important aspect of our life, and we should look into what we should let go. Until the time we are not able to let go, things are not going to happen, right? And in fact, the concept of karma is also the same way, isn't it? We need to let go of whatever we have done in the past to get to a new future. So we need to let go of the past to embrace a new future. There is no new future. And I keep saying that in my session, there is no new future. Future is only past recycled. Whatever has happened in the past and your response to it in the present is equal to the future. So if you want your future to be something different other than your past, then you should learn to let go of the past. Learning to let go of the past is nothing but healing the past. Okay? So yeah, that's it about let go. If there are any questions, we can take that.
Right. And I'm just looking through, people still kept writing in about the messages that they received. For example, Anjana received a message of giving an oil donation, and Prabha saw Ma Lakshmi and Ma Saraswati both smiling and said they always give, and I should learn to give joyously without worrying about the future. Radha has also written in saying, such a pleasure to hear this wisdom. Thank you, Vijayji. And Bhavna, has written that her neck is still feeling stiff. Is it any kind of sign?
Yes, it is a sign of rigidity. So you need to heal your rigidity. And it is good you brought this up. It is an answer. So the physical, you get answers in different ways. It is not just does not come to you that you listen to it or you hear it out or something. It comes in different ways. It comes in the form of life situations as well. So it has come from the body form. The body is also speaking. It is here that it is showing up that you're rigid. You need to look on the other side also. of what is happening in your life.
Oh, and that's very interesting that you said that, Vijay, because I'm relating it to when you said it, there are physical signs that can also come in whichever form it comes. Listen to it, pay attention, because I shared with you that I visibly, like I felt myself straightening up, and now that I think about it, it's also interconnected to the message, right? Because you straighten up, you can't be like this and taking action, right?
Yes,
So you
yes.
straighten up to take action. So, oh, that is beautiful. Thank you. And there are no questions that I can see that have come in with this particular aspect about the letting go part. I do have a question though, Vijay, with this. When you said same applies for karma, you have to let go of the past. So does that does not mean, right, Vijay, that we're just going to ignore the karmic pattern, so to speak? You need to resolve it, close it, and then let it go, correct?
Absolutely. Whatever you leave open is going to follow you.
Right, right. So I just wanted a quick clarity and confirmation on that. And I know that you said 3 healings. So we're at the second stage, at the second step of the 3 steps to abundance. First being taking responsibility. Now we're at letting go. The toughest one, really, isn't it? It's the big, what's the word for it? It's that big thing that, that it's so
The
it
big
gets
demon,
tough.
the big demon to be conquered.
Yeah, it's tough to like chop the head off and just scatter it away. But I'm sure that you have something that is going to help us with that as well. So
Yeah.
what is that?
So we get on to the second healing now. And this healing is a very powerful healing by Ma Kali. And this is about letting go, because Ma Kali is about letting go. Ma Kali destroys everything, which is when we say that Ma Kali destroys the dark or removes the dark energies. It is about killing whatever is not required. So Ma Kali is very active here in this zone. And again, this particular healing will be in the same methodology. You will have to take up that same denomination note, which you had the same note, and keep that note with you. And this healing is going to be by Ma Kali, and you will get insights, or things can actually start happening right now, wherein you might see some black smoke coming out of your ears, your Sahasrara Chakra, or your Nabi, or whatever, or a lot of black dirt kind of a thing going away from your system. Or you can see that, or you can get an insight as to, okay, this is a particular thing which you need to let go of, and you need to work on that. So it can be anything, which I also don't know at this stage. It is how the divine operates for you. And that is what would happen in this healing. So this healing is about letting go, and this healing is by Ma Kali. So can we quickly get into it, will you?
Yes, absolutely, Vijay. And a question is coming from Padma. And Padma, thank you so much for this question. She's asked, she actually just joined in a little bit ago, and she said, can I do the second healing without having done the first one?
Yeah, you can.
Nice. So
And she can take the first healing, of course,
later in the replay. Right. So Padma, thank you for that question. And I say this again, people, whether you're here from the beginning, for whatever reasons you join us a little halfway through or a little in through, there is always, you're here for a reason, and that reason is always going to be available for you to see and to receive from. So please always be open to that. Padma, thank you. Lovely question, because of Padma, all of us, especially in the replay, know that we can still be a part of this. There is no order. Just do it again later. Super. Thank you. Vijay, please.
Yeah. So can we all have our videos on and close our eyes and hold the currency note in your hand? And connect to Ma Kali. Invoke Ma Kali within you. And when we invoke, quite a few of you might see Ma Kali standing right in front of you in the majestic roop that Ma Kali is, in the fierce roop the goddess is. Or some of you might feel that Ma Kali is directly gone into your heart. It's directly invoked in your heart. Whichever way is absolutely fine. Even if you can't see, you can feel the presence, it's okay. Even if you can't feel the presence, she is there. And at this point of time, take the currency note, keep it on your left palm and cover it with the right palm. And ask the goddess, please let me know as to what should I let go to reach to the state of abundance I wish to. What is it at this point of time I should let go? And it can be multiple things. It can be lot many things. Don't have a preconceived answer already to it. Let it come from the divine as to what it is that at this stage you should let go. And keep your eyes closed as I give healing to everybody. Again, this would be a silent healing. And I'll tell you when to open your eyes. slowly come out of this stage. Slowly making a little movement, come back to your original state. And you can have a glass of water.
I actually did. Sorry. Sorry about that. I actually did even before you mentioned it because I coughed twice. So I did, and Vijay, I know we're supposed to be in a silent space, so to speak, with this, but there is a fair amount of lot of background noise in my background because the pujas are in full swing in my city, and I missed one or two bits. But I have to tell you that I had a more physical reaction this time. I felt a tightening in my tummy, and right just before you even said have water, I actually coughed, and I had a fair amount of water. So I'm whatever that what so if I just look at it, then I'm just thinking there are things in my tummy area, or if I look at it chakra wise, the letting go has to work around there. With the throat, with the cough, I'm not sure what I don't know. I'm not sure what it is that I'm supposed to be letting go with that, but I'm sure it'll come. So I want to thank you again for this um, wonderful, beautiful thing that you're making all of us experience with with first with Ma Saraswati, now with Ma Kali, and Renu has written in immediately saying, "I got a message." Sorry, we've already taken care of that. Um, there are a lot of messages that have come in. Radha says, lose ego, control impatience, meditate deeply, let go of mundane things, pray from within, saw tongue getting cut, and peace being written by Ma. And Harleen says, got my first answer in the second healing to work hard, to let go of past memories. So did the forgiveness. And Asma says, my right hand was paining for a while, then it subsided. And Anjana says, recently, due to house repair, I misplaced my wristwatch. Goddess is saying to buy a watch for my watch or wall clock for our drawing home, and she's requested you to ask, is there an interpretation to this? She's not sure what it might mean. And Harleen says, so Ma Kali in front of me. Sorry, Anjana says the message she got was buy a watch for her son. And Purnima also shares, it was a wonderful experience. I saw Kali Ma so beautiful. She was just smiling to me. I sneezed. She came to me, blessed me, and with her beautiful hands of mehndi pouring diamonds to me. And Ma was only smiling, smiling, and smiling. And Deepti says, I felt my head shaking, back and front, throat chakra was shaking. I was given message to let go of fear of contribution and greed for abundance. Jeshi says, my right was stiffened and I got a message to release anger. Lata says, I got a message to stop worrying. And she felt Ma licking her. Hina says, I felt this meditation physically very strongly, saw more symbols. Throat chakra activated, saw goddess feet. Back was very tense, and then movement started for the body automatically. And Nidhi says she saw black smoke coming out of her nose, neck got stiff, and then the pressure realized. She says she saw Ma Kali in all her avatars, saw her moving out with demon's head in her hand. This is so beautiful. Prabha says, I saw a huge Ma Kali holding a big stick and looking down at me. She picked me up in her palm and saying, leave all physical bondage and ego and being always right. Bhavna says, my top three chakras seem to be vibrating. Neck seems to be a bit relaxed. I read a message board somewhere, couldn't make out what it was. Do not communicate, do not contemplate. And Padma says, I had a pain between the neck and shoulder. And Hina's asking, is the volume low? Is my voice low, Vijay?
Little bit.
A little bit. I can't, but I'm unable to
We
say.
can hear you, but not as comfortably as we were before.
Okay, how about now? Is
Better,
that better?
better, but not up
Right.
to the.
But you were able to hear everything that
Yeah,
I
yeah,
said?
yes.
Okay. I will raise my voice. Or maybe that's what the cuff was for. Talk louder. So Amit, I can see you raising your hand. All messages on the group, please. And Love says, I just kept seeing black clouds everywhere around me. Is that also a sign? And her head is very heavy.
That clouds means a lot of negative energy around. Clear that clutter.
Okay. All right. Okay. Superb. And amazing shares, everybody, amazing experiences. All of you are going through, all thanks to Veejay and the connection that he's making for all of us to not just understand something with words, but with the actual connection to Ma and the experience of it, taking responsibility, letting go. We have a third step left. What is that, Veejay?
So the third step is about giving. If you see the whole creation, it is to give. This creation was created by the Creator. He created it. That means He gave life to us, to mankind. So most people fail as they are unable to give. And this is such a huge thing for so many. And this is a conscious thing which you need to learn. There is no healings that are going to help you in this. You need to learn to let give. This whole universe, the whole nature is all about giving. Just look at nature, look at life around you. Everything is giving. The sunlight, the moon, the sun, everything, nature, plants give oxygen. So everybody is contributing as their part in the universe of giving. In fact, even if you see in your material world, when you work for the whole month, you get your salary, isn't it? So you get when you give. When you pay for any item, you are able to purchase that particular thing, you're able to procure that particular thing. So when you're giving money, you're getting that. When you pay fees in the school, you get admission, right? So everything, the common denominator, which comes to the common aspect is, the common factor is, you have to give to receive. So Goddess Lakshmi is marked by two colors. It is red and green, out of which green is to give. So green means to give. It is not just we wear green and we wear red and we say, oh, Mahalakshmi, and we are representing Mahalakshmi and these are the colors. We should know the deep symbolic meaning behind it. So green is to give. So if you observe in your life properly, you'll get to know that the karma factor, what you are receiving today, is something which you have given in the past, isn't it? Something in the past, if you have given possibly trouble to someone, today you're going through that trouble, right? So you have given first and you're getting now. So you cannot expect that you will become prosperous out of anywhere, out of somewhere you will just get prosperous. Whatever you have given, you're going to get. So if you really want to kind of change that script, you need to start giving. So the universe does not work on loans and debt theory. That means, okay, you do this, like the bank gave loans, you do this, and then you will be, you take loan and you are doing this, and then you repay it slowly and steadily. No. Whatever you have done, the same thing you're going to get. But the sad part is that everybody is in the receiving zone. Everybody wants. And the theories people have in mind is that, oh, once I have a lot of money, then I will donate, then I will start giving, then I will do this. You have to start from where you are and not where you want to be, because possibly in this lifetime, and there are crores and crores of millions of people who have never reached where they wanted to reach, right? So no person in this world has been awarded for what they have received. Everybody has been awarded or honored for what he has given, isn't it? Yeah. So learning to give is learning and preparing to receive. And that is where when you give, you're preparing yourself to receive. But as I told you, the sad part is that many people die, then part with their money. Many people sacrifice their ambitions, and they are okay to live a mediocre life rather than giving. Many people are ready to sacrifice their desires. But then whatever desires are there, in you, they are not going to let you live. You're going to come back in the next birth with those exactly the same desires. So learn to give. Learn to give. Till the time you don't give, you will not receive. And that is such an important message from the goddess Lakshmi itself. The color green denotes that. There are so many people who come, and there might be healers who say, oh, I have to do this workshop, I have to do this, and I don't have money, I cannot give at this stage, I have these priorities. And I tell them, okay, when you're ready, you come. You're not ready at this stage, because it is not about they being in the zone. I can, if I feel, I can give them a free workshop, but then I know it is not going to be beneficial for them at this stage, because they are not ready to give. And when they are not ready to give, they will not even give away their karma. They will not even give away the negative vikars they are carrying, because they are not in that giving zone. When you start to give, it is then only that you would be able to give away things that are not required. The theory of karma is also the same. What we are getting is what we have given. So we need to learn to give. Do not think at all about, I had done a workshop, a very famous personality, and his workshop was just 500 rupees. And then he had in that workshop very openly said, we actually are we shy away from speaking about money. So he very openly said that, and he's a master, an enlightened master, he very openly said that if by giving 500, you all have got 2 points from me, you all have got 3 things from me which are benefiting you, then you get into the higher workshops. Then you get into doing the higher workshop, be it 5,000, 20,000, 40,000, whatever, because you have got from this. That means the divine is showing you the path that when you have got from this, you're going to get from this. This is the right path for you. So he very openly said, many people shy away from speaking about money matters in public. So that is about giving. We need to learn to give, do not hold on. If Arjuna would have held on to the arrows, he wouldn't have won the war. If Krishna would have held on to the knowledge which he had, to the wisdom he had, the Pandavas would never have won over the Kauravas, isn't it? So we need to learn to let, to learn to give. Yes,
To give, to create abundance. That is
yes,
beautiful and so amazing, Vijay. And I'm so glad that you decided to come and give on today's call.
yes.
So glad that this has happened. This call has happened. There is a question that has come in. I'm going to ask you, because we do, we try and cover everybody. Amit has asked, can we get back money stolen by fraudulent manner? Amit, I'm okay. Vijay, do you have anything to say to Amit?
I didn't get the question, in fact.
The question is, can we get money back stolen by a fraudulent manner? And Amit, I've put the question forward to Vijay. You will hear from him. I would also like to ask one question, but I'll ask after you.
Okay. See, money recovery, and of course, it takes a lot of time to get into depth of that. But okay, since this question is asked, I'll touch upon that subject. Money recovery is always happens from a lower consciousness, lower vibrational core. Now you might ask why. Now, money recovery, whenever someone has cheated us of an X amount of money, it is always, most of the times, it is karmic. That means it is something we have done in the past, and we have now got whatever we have given, we have got it, right? So when you speak about getting money from that person itself, you're operating from a state of lower consciousness, from a state of ego. Having said that, it is not that easy. Of course, you feel that pain, you feel that hurt within you so very strongly. But you need to let go. When you let go, automatically the goddess would come, and she will give you much more than what you have lost, but from other resources, but from other people, other mediums. So we need to understand this whole theory about, in a right manner, about money recovery, where people cheat us of our money. People cheat us of our money, and if you're very, very attached to that, I want money from this, I want money from this, then things are not going to happen. But then if you have a closure with that person, a karmic closure, which of course happens in our workshops, it is then either that person gives back the money, or if there is something, if the karma is so deep that you're not going to get money back from him. But since you have done your bit to have a closure with that, the divine gives you through some other source or some other medium. And that is where you need to expand yourself to understand the theory of abundance. So it goes that deep.
Right. And my apologies, Amit. I know it must have sounded like I want to ask you a question, and I'm sorry if it keep. What I meant is that I also want to ask a question, as in to you, Veejay, but I will wait because there's more questions in. Nidhi is asked, how do you know who to give? Like
Pardon?
you said, no, you've said the third step. The third step of abundance is to give, is to create abundance.
Yeah.
So Nidhi is asked, how do you know who to give?
It will come to you when you open up yourself. It will come to you. There are so many. I told you, money will come to you very fast if you know, and we cover this in our advanced workshops. Money will come to you very fast if you want to create something. If you want to take up a village and you want to take charge of that, take this thing of that village, like so many the super rich people, they adopt those villages. So if you have that particular thing in mind, money will come to you. So if you have that distribution network in place, money will come to you. Money will not come to you because just because you want it. It is not that it will not happen that way, but just because you want it, you want to have a much better life, a much comfortful life and things like that. That is okay. That is absolutely fine. Money can come in that also. But then when you have a purpose as to the money, what you get more than your needs, the money which you get, you're going to utilize for this thing, maybe to build a hospital, then money will come very fast. So that is to give. Whatever you need to come out of, you need to spend money. Nowadays, even if you need to go through a spiritual program, you need to give money, isn't it? So you need to learn to give at every front. Whenever we give to a beggar also, we give 5 rupees, 10 rupees, give 100 rupee note. It is then that you're opening up the channels of abundance, right? So giving is multi-dimensional thing which cannot be discussed. It comes through you, through your consciousness by default, as you move higher in your vibrations.
And Veejay, so in fact, Amit and Nidhi, thank you for your questions because it has allowed me to actually frame in mind a question that I wanted to ask Veejay. Veejay, when you say, you've got to give and create abundance, of course, we're on the Devi Tele Summit and we are talking about money as well. But the giving, Veejay, if you clear this up for me, does not necessarily have to be physical cash, or does it have to be that?
It is not necessarily physical cash. See,
right.
Whatever you give, the same thing you'll get. If you give love, you get love.
Right.
If you give money, if your problem is abundance, if your problem is related to money, the prime issue, then you have to give money, isn't it?
Right.
So it is like that.
Nice. And in fact, with the answer that you've given to Nidhi, that it'll come to you. Do you really need to think about this also, Veejay? Because you know what, just start with yourself. Start with yourself. Give something to yourself.
Yes.
Start with your family. Start with the help at home, and with anything, right? And when I say start with yourself, I'm simply saying, have you okay, this is just comes, I'm asking, have you ever given yourself money, Veejay?
Why not? Self-love is all about giving yourself what you want.
Actually, like, take physical cash and take it from your right hand, put it in your left hand and give it to yourself. I'm telling you, that feeling is, nobody can touch it. So that's what I meant by saying, Veejay, why not just start with yourself, right?
Yeah, why not?
Why not, right? Super. All right. And I'm just checking. Oh, and Hina has also written, so true. This happened with me. I lost my money. I let go of it, and then more of it found its way back to me. She shared an example from her life. And with this bit, people, with the third step to abundance, which is to give, to create abundance, what Veejay has for us is actually this beautiful money activation that is going to be there for you in place for 6 hours. All right. So, he's giving this, he's creating, we're all going to go into this creating abundance space. You'll have to hang on just a moment for that. Vijay, everything that we've been through today, everything that you've shared, your knowledge and wisdom around these 3 steps of abundance. And I know that all of this is actually a very tiny part, but a very integral part of your entire work as well, which is Samruddhi, the science of abundance. Before we go into creating, into getting this space activated for us, should we just let everybody know very quickly about the offers, or would you like to do it the other
Yeah,
way?
why not?
Eileen, okay. So give me one moment, please, and I'm just going to refresh my screen. So there it is. It is Samruddhi, the Science of Abundance workshop with Veejay Israani. And what you need to know very importantly is that this program is not available anywhere else. There are speedy results. There is something for everyone. And this, people, you have already been witness to into very small healings in the process of taking responsibility and of letting go. You're going to open up multiple money sources for yourself. You will recover stuck monies. You will attract more opportunities. You will grow in your work sphere and earn more profits. There is the Science of Abundance Workshop Level A on package in package A, that is level 1, I'm sorry. And there is package B with additional levels as well, level 2. And there is the bonus of the Money Masterclass and additional group calls and more bonuses. And Veejay is going to tell us all about package A and B right now. Before we go into that, very quickly letting everybody know, you've been hearing 6 straight days now, you've been hearing us talk about Money Masterclass on a certain date, the Weekend of Wealth. Wow, you're going to get to know a lot more about that very soon, so keep an eye out. Vijay, take us through package A and package B, please.
Yeah, so the package A is, of course, this is Samruddhi, the Science of Abundance workshop. So there has been a lot of channeling. These all workshops are things which have been experienced by us. These all are the things which we have channeled from Goddess Lakshmi, Shiva, Durga, Ganesha. And of course, the other channelings are also going on to bring up ahead further workshops. So this is about knowing money laws and tools that are required to increase the wealth, because when you do the right things, you get the right results. Just by doing things, you don't get results. So this particular, how do you move the screen?
Yes. You want me to move to, as in, you want me to go to the next slide?
Yeah, can I? Okay. Yeah. So this is what we cover in package A. We cover the laws of abundance, and you really need to get into knowing these laws. Till the time you don't know the laws, you will not be able to know it. For example, one of the laws is the law of association. You know what is the law of association? Very simple. You will always earn the average of the 5 people whom you are very closely associated. It can be your family members, it can be a family member, it can be your friends, it can be your business associate. So if these 5 people around you are people who are going through scarcity of money, definitely whatever you do, it's going to be 5 times that scarcity is going to come in your life. So that is what is the law of association. That is one of the laws of abundance. So we take you into real-time things wherein you actually get to know about things and make corrective decisions about moving ahead in your money world. The 3 enemies of money. Why do we fail? You know, Thomas Edison, I think he failed 999 times before making or becoming successful to make an electric bulb. So till the time, and he was asked this question as to what was the need of going in for 999 trials when you know that when it worked out in the thousandth way? He said, when I did those 999 things, I came to know what all are the things that I should not do to make an electric car. So you always fail your way to success. Nobody has just come up from the mother's womb and tasted success. They have failed, they have learned, they have overcome those life lessons and moved ahead to success. Of course, manifest money in a very easy way. Create those money vibes, those vibrations of money. Balancing money till the time you don't balance the give and take of money, and it's in itself a huge science. Why blessing is important? We, as I told you, I shared one example wherein one person, he was not having the blessing of that person, and that is why he was struggling in his money world. And when he completed a process, it is at that time that things started working in his favor. So that is what does the weight of money matter? It does so much. Even today, if there is a crore of rupees that comes into your bank account, there is a very high possibility that quite a few of you can just funk. Quite a few can have possibly a heart arrest because you're not ready to receive. Right? Then there is a very powerful I love money ritual. Then of course we teach you the money spray. There are quite a few money tips. So this is all which is on the 20th and the 21st of October. That is a part of this. And call recordings, of course, will be shared for 3 days. And this comes to you. Of course, this has a bonus, and this is a huge bonus. This is how life and money imprints are formed. Till the time you don't know it, you cannot get into healing it or kind of erasing it, whatever is not required. Then you get into how to heal the past and life lessons related to money. There are 4 major life lessons which majority of people right now at this stage of the Earth's ascension are going through in their money worlds. And of course, we'll be sharing not just that, but other life lessons as well. So this is a bonus which is on the 14th, 15th, and 16th of November. So that is what it is. And this all, including the bonus.
There's another bonus, Veejay.
Oh, I just
Yes.
forgot. Okay. So this is another bonus, and this is the money magic Markaba. This is a very powerful session that is there, and Markaba is such an important tool which helps us in all our aspects. So this is going to be the Wow Money class, and this is going to be on the 8th of October at 7 p.m. India time. And there is going to be a money ritual Markaba, money magic Markaba ritual, which is going to be done live by everybody in that call. And then color and money and how to detect the blockages of money related to color. So this is something new which would be shared here. And then of course you can heal your pain also through money. Now this is something different which is there, and we have tested and this works so well. So that's what we bring across to you. This is a huge session which is absolutely a bonus with what it is, and the actual value of this is $26,000 or $380, and this comes to you at just, and all of this, which is 2 sessions plus the 3 bonus sessions plus the wow, it comes to you at only 2,999, right? So, or 44 USD. That is about the package A.
Superb. 88% savings, people. 88%, 24 hours only. You know the price is going to go up. I'm not even going to bother mentioning the prices after 24 hours because you do not want to miss the initial price. So just take it at 2,999 or $44. And then of course we have level 1 and 2, Veejay.
Yes, so this is the level, the package B, which is of course very highly recommended by me if you ask me. So this is 6 hours live workshop, 4 days, 1.5 hours each, apart from the level, the package A. This is in addition to that. And this covers the Kal Mahakal ritual, which has helped so many people. And I have not got anybody today for the testimony or a live testimony or something of that sort, but then I can't just hold myself sharing this. There was a lady right in the middle of this workshop, and there is a testimony on the Mystic Lotus website also, the Mystic Lotus page. I have the video testimony as well. This lady, she recovered 23 crore. Can you imagine? 23 CR right towards the end of the workshop, right? And this was like from quite a few months or years, I think. The money was not coming to them, and somebody had cheated them, and someone in Europe, I think. And then, right in the middle of the workshop, she got a swift message that this money has been recovered. And then there was this last, I think, a couple of sessions back. There was this lady from Australia. She, in Indian rupees, she got 14 crore to 15 crore amount of business in the middle of the workshop. So while the workshop was going on, in fact, the bonuses and the workshop, the process was going on. So quite a few things have happened, but then I'm not going to push you towards it that, oh, you do this and through this, whatever, to whichever healer you are drawn to, move towards that, go by your inner instinct, your inner intuition. So this is what all is covered. If you have the next, yeah. So this is what all is covered in the level B, in the level 2 rather. Understanding and connecting to money as an energy, which is money is an energy, and only once you connect to money, it is only then that you can get the most out of it. Purpose of life, and this is a huge session of 90 minutes, wherein I'll tell you 90% of the people here in this room, and very confidently I can say this, I say this in all my sessions, are actually doing what is not their speciality or what is not their core strength. So somebody possibly should be doing something else, and he is doing he is in a different profession, and he's doing that. So that is the purpose of life, and it goes so deep. We cover that to help you discover or get you closer towards the purpose of life. How to give and receive. Giving and receiving is a science. The way you give money, the same way it is going to come to you. If you give in anger, you will receive an anger. The money which you receive is going to bring anger in you. If you give in hatred, the money which will come to you will bring hatred around you. So there is a way, there is a methodology in which you need to give money. And that is where, because a part of the receiving is already covered in the way you are giving. We cover the money capsule, which has now become very famous. It is the Satvakirani SMC. It is called the Satvakirani money capsule, wherein just chanting the series of sounds for, and of course, a mudra for just approximately 7 to 8 minutes in a day has helped so many people to actually come out of their status quos and move towards getting more money. Then, of course, chromatophobia, which is the fear of money, which is one of the biggest fear is the fear of money, which is called chromatophobia. And we heal that in the sessions as well. We clear the past money impressions. For example, there was this guy who, and he was a business associate. We were in a business forum together. And when I met him and we sat and he shared with me all the things that happened in his life. And he told me that I'm in a very good zone now. I'm doing very well. And I asked him, how was your past? He said, my past around 6-7 years back, I got a huge loss wherein I actually came to ground zero. Everything what I had earned, I had lost. And at this stage, he was in such a beautiful zone. He was all over, like gaga all over. What is happening? It's going so good. And I didn't share to him that time, but somewhere at the back of the mind, I knew that he's carrying the impression of failure. And you won't believe exactly the same thing happened in COVID. In COVID times, his factory, there was a fire in his factory which burnt away all his equipments, and his car got damaged. Some miscommunication happened with the EMIs with the bank, and there was some 15, 20, 25 lakhs in the bank, which the bank took away, thinking that he needs closure. Some miscommunication happened, and he was actually on ground zero. He came back to ground zero. So till the time you don't clear the past money impressions, even though if today you're in a happy state, if you're in a good state of abundance, things in all probability can repeat. And our work, spiritual work, is to help have closure on that, because whatever you leave open, it is going to come back to you. Then, of course, relationships and money, how relationships are covered, or how relationships are connected, rather, sorry, to money. Relationship with your father, relationship with your mother, they hold with your spouse, they hold such deep impacts on your money world, which of course we look into there. We get into the chakra balancing, and the one of the best things, the goddess Lakshmi attunement in the workshop itself, and that is a permanent attunement. And of course, the Kal Mahakal ritual. The Kal Mahakal ritual is about letting go. Only when the Kal goes away, the Mahakal can come in. Mahakal is about new beginnings. Kal is about the old, which we are carrying. So this will help you let go. And so this is what is level 1 and level 2 in the package B. This is 2 hours in level 1 with the bonuses, all the bonuses. Level 2, it is of 4 days of 6 hours from the 30th to the 2nd of November, 30th October to the 2nd of November. Timings as mentioned here. And the bonus here is 6 days. The 3 days already in level 1, the 3 days another in bonus, which comes with the package B on the 17th, 18th, 19th. So 15th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th. You get 6 sessions here, which is deep cleansing about the present past regression, healing relationships, ancestral connection. This is so huge. Our money world is so deeply connected to our ancestral money world. We are in the same lineage. So that is what is covered. And this whole comes to you.
And of course, there is all the bonuses from package A as well, and the same calls that you were talking about, and of course the Money Magic Merkaba Money Masterclass, which is also included here. There you are, Vijay.
Yes, so the original price of this is $51,507.50 odd dollars, and this comes to you at, and this is for 24 hours at just 10,999, right, or 161 USD, and this covers both the levels, level 1 and level 2, with all the bonuses as well in place, right? And yeah, so this is what 79% off, and after 24 hours this goes to 11,555. So it is around 500 odd rupees increasing after the 24 hours. So if you're drawn to this, you can, this is what is recommended. So you can still take your call, which package you want to go in for, and you can enroll for that. Yes, Neil.
Very nice. Thank you so much, Vijay. These are amazing packages. And I just want to reiterate here that what we've just been through on the call is but a tiny, tiny glimpse into the in-depth work. And similar manner, right, Vijay, it is with the connection to Ma Saraswati, Ma Kali, and Ma Lakshmi that your entire set of work is also divided. And if in this call, you have been able to see so much already, can you imagine where you have 8.5 hours or 19 hours with Vijay? Look at the turnaround that you could have. That's package A, Samruddhi, the Science of Abundance Workshop level 1 for only 2,999 rupees or $44. Amazing, amazing bonuses, including, of course, Money Magic Merkaba on the Weekend of Wealth. Wow, on the 8th of October, and package B, which also includes package A and its bonuses, which is the Science of Abundance Workshop, Samruddhi level 1 and 2 for only 10,999 rupees or 161 US dollars. If you're ready to apply the Science of Abundance in reality, this is where you do it, people, with Veejay Israani. Thank you so much, Vijay. Fantastic offers. And people, everything's on the group. It'll be there in the replay. Start picking it up. And the thing that everyone's been waiting for also coming up very, very, like in seconds, it's coming up right now. So Vijay, is there anything else that you want to say or share before we go into the...
No, I just have a message from Goddess Lakshmi, which I've channeled. It is an incomplete message, but I can share that, whatever I've channeled so far. That would be towards the end of it.
Yes, absolutely. Great. So we're going into would you just let everybody know, Vijay, what exactly is this 6-hour money activation all about?
Yeah, so I am sure that at least some of you have received some money from the time we have started. So if you have, just share it in the group. If you have not, but no worries. Now what we are going to get into is a 6-hour money activation. So right from now till the next 6 hours, anything can happen in your money world, which would draw your attention there, of course, in a positive manner. And it can be you get unexpected money from somewhere, or possibly there was stuck up money from since a long time, some payment was not getting released and that gets released, or possibly there can be insights as to you might get into how to move forward in your money world. Some new ideas might come in. It can be anything, which I also don't know. Last time when I had done such an activation, it was like there were a lot of experiences people got. Someone got 1 lakh rupees, someone got a call for a job, three calls from different this thing, and we were searching out for a job. So anything can happen. I don't know what. So my work is to just go with the flow and let the divine take over. So you also just leave it on the divine. What happens in the 6 hour period is I don't know. When we meet in the evening, of course, and of course the group is open. As you get your experience, you can share that, and you can share them live as well when we meet in the evening again. Right. So this is also going to be a similar uh, healing. Right now, the difference is that when you pick up the currency note, you're going to keep it at your heart center, and you are just going to say, you can just hear me out and put on your videos, of course. You're just going to say the divine, you're just going to communicate to the divine, whatever you want, in any way, give me an experience of your presence so that my faith and trust in you increases. Whichever way you want. Do not get into I want this, I want this, I want this. Do away with that. Be away with that. Just just ask the divine, whatever you want to give me, help me or give me that in this 6 hour period, in this 6 hour activation, right? And there might be new ideas that might come in. There might be some news immediately on your mobile, some SMS or message can come that you have got so much so money, or some client whom you were kind of looking forward to has enrolled for some particular thing. Anything can happen. I don't know. And you also don't get into defining that. Just be with the flow and things will happen. Some of you might just release their worries about money completely. That is also an experience, isn't it? Right? So already,
Absolutely. And sorry, Vijay, before we, because especially because we've had this happening with your mom as well. So everybody who's here on the call right now, all right, their experience, they are going to go through this. This will be activated for them for 6 hours. It's not like you will come back tomorrow and listen to the replay and you'll get a 6 hour activation again. That's not how this works.
Yeah.
However, those on the replay who are listening to this, receiving the activation for the first time, it will work for you. All right. So just wanted to put this out there before we actually go into this.
yes. So let's all close our eyes, put your videos on, close your eyes, and hold the currency note at your heart center and connect to the goddess, connect to goddess Lakshmi, connect to the goddess of abundance in whichever form you do, and communicate to the goddess. Give me an experience. Show me that you exist in my life. Give me an experience in whichever form you want. During this period, shower your blessings on me during this period. Help me to receive what you want to give me. And feel one. Keep it to your heart center and feel one with the goddess. Feel one with the currency note. And keep your eyes closed as I give you healing, and I'll tell you when to open your eyes. We'll go back to silence once again. And slowly making very little movement to come out of the space. This glass of water.
Thank you for that once again, Veejay. And I think I can see everyone's eyes are open. I can see people rubbing their hands, touching them on their face. I can see Harleen smiling. If anybody has any message, anything, any responses, how you felt about it, if you'd like to share it on the group, please do. Veejay will catch up on it very soon. And I think this is a great thing to come to a close with. And I want to let everybody know that Veejay is back at 6:06 p.m. this evening. Harleen writes in to say a blessed, powerful, vibrational experience, and she's thanked you for that. You are back again in the evening with more. And in fact, Veejay, what are you back in the evening with?
So in the evening, we're going to cover quite a few things. We will be doing individual readings, money Merkaba readings. So I'll pick up 2-3 people and give them as to what exactly is happening in their money worlds. So that is one thing. Whomsoever we are drawn with, so no offenses in that.
Right.
Yeah. So that is one thing, and quite a few other things which I would not like to disclose right now, but quite a few other things which you will know as you reach there. And of course, the 500 rupee note, you can keep it with yourself during this time. And when you come back in the evening, I'll let you know what needs to be done with that. So keep with you. If you're sleeping in the afternoon or going out, keep it in your wallet, marked as marked so that you don't spend it. Or if you're sleeping, keep it below your pillow and things like that. Keep it in your aura, that's all. And we'll see what to do with it in the evening. So before we end, I have a channeled message.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just give me a quick moment, Veejay, because I want to definitely leave everybody with that channel message. Litali had actually asked, now can we spend the note, Litali? Veejay, before I could even bring the question up, Vijay's actually already answered it. And Vijaya, Rupali, Prabha, Litali, they all send their thanks in for this, Vijay. And Hina says, I saw Ma Lakshmi giving me gold coins. Radha says, thank you, Vijayji. Money is in abundance to all. People giving you a very, very, very quick reminder, recap, really, on everything that's happened on the call today. You've gotten to know the 3 beautiful steps, the 3 steps to abundance, taking responsibility, letting go, and giving. And in the giving, creating abundance. And we've experienced Ma Saraswati, Ma Kali, Ma Lakshmi. Vijay has wonderfully, beautifully taken us through these amazing examples with examples straight from the Mahabharata about how to take responsibility, asking the right questions, letting go, giving. 3 principles. Keep in mind always. And you want to take this journey further, Vijay has 2 amazing, amazing offers for everybody. Samruddhi, the Science of Abundance, 2 levels, level 1 at only 2,999 rupees or $44, and level 1 plus level 2 at only 10,999 rupees and $61. Both packages have many amazing bonuses, including the Money Magic Merkaba Weekend of Wealth Masterclass on the 8th of October at 7 p.m. More on that in a day or 2 as well for all of you. For now, Veejay, before we say bye to everybody and see you again in the evening, please.
Yeah, so I leave you with this message by Goddess Lakshmi. Of course, this is not fully complete, but whatever I was able to channel in that period, this will continue and maybe we'll complete it later. I'm always, she says, I'm always dependent. I depend on you. My existence in your life is dependent on you. I hear your prayers. I give you grace, but so many of you cannot hear me. I speak through your heart. I speak through situations. Interpret and get my message. My world is not difficult to understand. I am trapped in your dark. Reach out to clear this dark and free me. I am ready and I'm waiting to shower you with abundance. That's what the message. And in fact, no wonder that Diwali also comes on the darkest night of the year, isn't it? So this is what is the message. Just connect to Goddess Lakshmi and go through the principles, the 3 steps which you have been. This thing from my upcoming book, wherein I'm sharing a lot of things further in that book. So just out of that, I got a couple of pages, and then I shared that with you in the form of this workshop. And hope this has helped you. And in whichever way you'll feel, you can move ahead with me. And if you're not moving ahead at this point of time, I'm sure that I have the blessings from everybody, so that I move ahead in my own journey. Right? Thank you so much. Thank you everybody for being there and part of this beautiful journey in the Navratras. Thank you so much, Neelu, to you as well, and to the Mystic Lotus.
Thank you, Veejay. And on that beautiful message, and definitely, Veejay, a lot of blessings have already gone your way, and they're still going your way. What you have given to all of us today is beautiful, is amazing, and is very generous. So thank you so much for an amazing call. As always, beautiful message from Ma Lakshmi. In gratitude for receiving it. Thank you so much. We will see you at 6:06 p.m. this evening.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody.
Bye.